Is it working? Oh, now you can hear me? Oh, wonderful. Well, welcome everybody. It's so nice to see you. I was actually supposed to be in the upstairs, like Institute of Crypto Anarchy, and then they moved me down here kind of at the last minute, but it's a beautiful room, so I'm happy to be here. All right, let's start. Well, I'm Anjali Young. I am the co-founder and... Did I do that? It just happens sometimes? All right. Keep going? Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. Hopefully it will not happen again. Okay, here we go. So I am the co-founder and CCO for Abridged. Our company is Abridged. We started in 2018, incorporated in 2019. And our product is Collabland. Now Collabland has turned into its own legal structure. It's a Colorado co-op, it's a DAO, and I'm also a DAO officer for Collabland. And happy to be here today at ETH Prague. It's been pretty wonderful. There's something special about ETH conferences, especially baby ETH conferences, that remind me about how much I love this space. All right, so we're gonna start off. I'm kind of gonna go with my slides, but it's kind of gonna be a little bit of a free-flowing conversation, so hopefully you'll all accommodate me with that. Collabland started, like I said, as a project of Abridged. With Abridged, we started in 2018, incorporated in 2019, as a social contract wallet. Actually, Ambir, if you've seen Ambir, they were around at the same time, and they stuck it through, and they're still here, so kudos to Ambir. But we started off as a contract wallet with social recovery. You hear a lot about social recovery now, but back in 2018, 2019, it was not the same kind of buzz. And it took us about 2 years, $600,000 of our own money, and about, 500 people, VCs, not answering our phone calls and not answering our emails to pivot. And so in January of 2020, we pivoted to no-code tooling. No-code tooling was an answer to the fact that we couldn't get users to use our social recovery contract wallet, so maybe we can get developers to come into the space. The idea from the very beginning was, how do we get people here into crypto? How do we inspire people to join what we think is the maturation of the internet, which is an opportunity to solve some of the world's greatest problems together. You know, we have the internet. Back in 1994, I started working, my first job out of college actually in 1996 was at an internet startup that was doing search. Years before Google. And it was kind of that same excitement, which is like the beginning of the internet, where everybody from the world is going to be able to come together and kind of imagining what it could be. And it's that same kind of excitement that we feel about crypto right now, which is like a global currency, and what can a global currency unlock in terms of coordinated human global coordination, and what problems can we solve together. So we couldn't do it from the user side with the wallets, and so we pivoted to the app side, which is, how about developers come in to crypto, how about they don't know how to use anything, maybe they don't know Solidity, they can use our no-code tooling, and with that no-code tooling, they can build apps, build the city, and then maybe we can have the citizens kind of moved in. So with that, this was starting in January of 2020, we were building lots of different experiments everywhere. One of them was like voting. We were calling it Voting is the New Like, trying to get that Web2 people in. Like maybe if we call it Voting is the New Like, then maybe it'll excite people to say, oh, maybe this is interesting, and maybe we can create something special this way, and maybe this is something where we can have the power that's going to be as easy as liking something, but that we can vote. Try to make voting sexy, right? Everyone's trying to make it sexy. That didn't work. We tried lots of different experiments, and then Collabland was the experiment that worked, which is having people join a group, and this was initially on Telegram, having people join a chat group with the token that they hold. We initially started with Moloch shares. My co-founder, James Young, was one of the writers of the white paper for the Moloch DAO, and is a huge DAO maxi, which really guided and informed what we've turned into today. But it was using Moloch shares, you can join a Telegram group, and then if you transfer or sell those Moloch shares, you get kicked out of that group. And it started with DAOs. It was mainly a DAO product, and that's where we got our foothold, where people were saying, oh, Collabland, oh, we can get everyone, you can verify it on chain who belongs in that group. And that gives us the opportunity to vote together, for the opportunity to pitch to each other, kind of understanding who's in that community and who has skin in the game for that community. Initially, like I said, a DAO tool. Shortly after, investment groups started forming around Collabland. If you were around in like 2016, 2017, you remember the ICO boom. Well, now in 2020, people were still holding those tokens. So now it became a situation where large holders of these tokens from 2016 and 2017 were creating whale communities. Do you have a 1 million of this token, or 200 million of this token, or whatever, 50,000 of this token? Now we can get you all together, and let's see if we can do some sort of deal flow. Everyone here is the early adopter of crypto. Let's see what we can come up with that. Oh my gosh, I'm already going too slow. Okay, so Collabland was a third version of that, actually DAOs, investment groups, and then social tokens. Social tokens, for me personally, I thought social tokens are gonna be the way that we get more mass adoption. Alex Masmesh, he was a creator that had his Alex token that actually moved him from Paris to San Francisco, just by selling a token called Alex token and saying, if you believe in my mission, come and support me and help me create something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but if you believe in me as a person, come and join me. And tokenizing himself was a way for him to get that funding. We've seen so many different use cases of that now, but that was really early days. And then NFTs, it started with Meme in October of 2020, but it wasn't until Bored Ape started using Collabland in April of 2021 that things really changed for Collabland, which is now you buy an NFT, in this case a 10K PFP, and now you can join a community of people that also own that token. And once I saw that, I was like, wait a second, this could be something. This could be huge. So I personally, from the Collabland Twitter account, started DMing every single new community that was coming, or not even community, every new NFT project that I saw on Twitter, I was DMing them immediately. And I'm saying, hey, these people just bought your NFT, how about you get them into a Discord together? And let's see, maybe you wanna do that. Maybe you wanna create some sort of membership access with this NFT. And it worked. After about 6 weeks, I didn't have to do it anymore. Everyone that I reached out to said, oh yeah, we're already using Collabland. That was like our first personal win for our small team of 4 at that time. Okay, and then in August of 2021, we're like, wait a minute, we have 1 million users, we have, our infrastructure bills are going up, we've raised a really teeny tiny pre-seed round in January of 2020. Again, this is like before Collabland even has any product market fit. And so what do we do now? Like, how do we decide how to move forward? And so we kind of went out for a Series A at that time. It was like, okay, let's do a Series A. And this was like peak funding time. And so we started off with like a $25 million valuation, and then a $35 million valuation, and then a $75 million valuation. By August of 2021, we were getting a $100 million valuation. And that scared us, because the more conversations that we were having with VCs, it became clear that it might be our data that is worth $100 million. And for us, it was like, we did not want to share member data. There's a dystopian future we can all see because of Web2, how when something is free, we're the product. And so for us, we're like, if we start sharing this data, then our crypto communities are going to become the product. And as you know, once your wallet address is shared, once that your Discord ID is connected to that wallet address, or your Telegram ID is connected to that wallet address, it cannot be unknown. Once it's known, that's it. People can follow you around and share that social graph and share those maps with advertisers, and people are gonna always be able to see where you're moving your money and where you're moving your assets and who you're connected to. And so for us, that was like a hold the phone, let's not do this, let's try it a different way. And so we launched a fundraiser. So in October of 2021, we launched a fundraiser with Collabland, which was called the Patron NFTs, which was, if you buy this NFT, if you've gained value from Collabland, we've been doing this now for a year and a half, if you've gained any value from Collabland, buy this Patron NFT. There is no guarantee anything is gonna come out of this, but what we can guarantee you is this: we will keep Collabland free and accessible for everybody. And, oh, I don't know what's happening. Okay, there's a little thing here, but we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna keep Collabland free and accessible for everybody. We're gonna keep our data private, and members are gonna own their own data. And what you realize then is, like, when you allow your communities to participate in your fundraising, then you are obligated to keep them at the top of your mind. That's how you do it. If everyone does that, every social network out there does that, takes fundraising from the people who are using their product, then that obligates you, which is something we believed in, but including them in our fundraising really changed everything. All right. Now, where are we today? In February of 2023, we launched a token, the Collab token. It was a 100% free retroactive distribution. We did not charge for the token at all. Nobody could buy the token from us. It was given to everyone who's ever connected with Collabland. 15% of our total tokens, I know it's not working, but that's okay. I can roll. 15% of our total allocation went to our top 100 communities that have used Collabland from the beginning, communities that had the largest membership, so they got our tokens. And then we had, so everyone that's connected, our team and our investors are all on a 4-year lockup. There was no pre-selling of the token to investors. I don't know if any of you know the way token dynamics work, but mostly when a company or a project launches a token, they pre-sell their token. And so on the first day, there's a lot of dumping on the public. That's clearly not what we were trying to do, so we didn't do that. The whole idea of the token is participate in this social network that belongs to all of us, and let's build together, let's build that value together. We also launched a Collabland marketplace, and that marketplace is specifically directed to devs. So if any devs are here in this audience today, if you are building a dev for crypto communities, any kind of mini app or any kind of toy that you think would be useful for crypto communities, then we want you in our marketplace. Because the idea is, we got here on our own, we got here with our small team, but now we want to open it up to anybody, and we want this crypto community space to thrive and grow, and it's not something that we want to do alone. The whole beauty and the unlock of the blockchain is that you can work interoperability, you can be interoperable with everybody else. And so we wanted to create a distribution channel. So now we're at 50,000 communities with Collabland. If you have an idea for ways that crypto communities can thrive and survive, then you are going to be able to have this distribution to all of the communities that are already using Collabland. So definitely interested in that. If any of you are out there, we want to try to encourage people to build in this space. I will tell you, from being in this space for many years now, crypto communities are the way to getting more people into it, into this space. Like, having an opportunity to be with other people, learning together, growing together, having that shared token is an unlock we just haven't seen before. And so if you're thinking about, like, what should I do, where should I build, I'm gonna encourage all of you to build for crypto communities. I talked a little bit about the Collabland token, and we have the Collabland DAO. And so the purpose of the Collabland DAO is to curate the Collabland marketplace. So they determine what apps are useful for their communities. For Collabland, we service mainly 4 different types of communities. DAOs, which were our first love, DeFi projects, like I mentioned, gaming communities, like think of Axie Infinity and different types, there's so many different ones, Gaming Club, there's lots of different gaming communities, and then NFT communities. There's a little bit of overlap in that you build a DAO product and NFT communities start using it, they start behaving in DAO-like ways. And so these are not 4 distinct groups anymore. anymore since using Collabland, but they initially started as 4 distinct groups. So if you want to build anything for crypto communities of those types, then definitely consider building for the Collabland marketplace. Okay, so now we have, like I said, we have the Collabland marketplace that's going on right now, which is if you're a Collabland community admin or a project owner, you can customize the experience for your group. I've listed some of the different types of apps that are already in our marketplace, which is POAP, which is easy distribution and collection of POAPs right from Discord. Snapshot, which is voting. You might want that for your DAO, but really we see a lot of NFT communities also using Snapshot. We have verifiable credentials, which is building reputation. Like, what are we doing right now? We're in a bear market. Like, what value can we all provide for our communities? Well, one thing we can provide is reputation building. I don't know how many of you were here during the last bear market, but it was those relationships that we made during the bear market that were valuable to us during the bull market. Roham from NBA Top Shot and Jiho from Axie Infinity, both relationships that we had from before the bull market started, and they were one of the first people to use Collabland. And that was able to buoy us for showing our reliability of our service, because they have groups that are 400,000, 800,000 Discord members, but also when they grew, they were able to take us along with them. And so it's really these relationships that are happening now that are going to mean so much to us. So definitely think about that. We have the guest pass. Right now, like I said, we're in a bear market, and so people aren't spending. Another opportunity for guest pass is for people to get a trial into that community. You can give a 2-week trial, a 1-month trial. It's really customizable for the admins to decide. So I won't talk about the rest of those. And then we have the dev portal. That's where devs can submit their mini apps. So it's dev.collab.land, where you can submit your mini apps for the marketplace. And also you can get free API keys to test and try out. So even if you're just thinking about it, definitely try it out. One of our mini apps that we have in the marketplace right now is a ChatGPT style AI support mini app. And that actually came from our hackathon. So we definitely are interested in working with first-time developers as well. Like, if you're interested in getting a distribution channel and getting a lot of people using your product right away, because that's what we really need. You know, this is an iterative process. Like, you want people to use your product, and then you want to get feedback and grow together. Like, that's just the whole beauty of this. And so if you're interested in that, definitely let us know. You can get a free API key. And then we're going to have a member portal. Now with the member portal, like I said a little bit earlier about reputation and building an identity right now. So that way when the next bull market comes, when the opportunities come, you're going to be able to point to what you did and it be permissionless. You don't have to talk to your former boss about what you did, but you're going to have these verifiable credentials that are issued by Collabland and issued by your community that can already happen. And actually member to member, it can happen as well in the communities. So you're going to be able to manage those in your member portal. You're going to be, anyone that's ever connected with Collabland, you know, like adding and disconnecting a wallet, you're going to be able to do that from your member portal. So that's the wallet management. And then we're also going to have a member marketplace. So if you have an idea for like an app that would be member focused, one of the ones that we're thinking about right now that we're actually going to be launching with is called Nuggets. And with that one, you can move your verifiable credentials. It's not stuck on the Collabland platform, but you'll be able to move it to different wallets, and so it can be shareable in different ways. So developing, oh my gosh, I'm completely done. Anyway, where are we at now? We're at 50,000 communities and growing. We have over 100,000 members of holders of Collab token. It is not a pump and dump project. It is not a speculative project. We just completed 3 years of service, and truly it is service. So we're so proud of that, and half of those people are in the DAO. So, you know, trying to like spread that DAO message all over is definitely a priority for us. This is me. I'm Dama Daroka on Twitter. I'm Dama Daroka on Discord as well, and on Instagram if you're interested. We are Collabland at collab_land. You can find me on LinkedIn. And also really quickly, if I have another minute, we produced a series of mini documentaries called Let's Form Group. So there's 7 different types of Collabland communities. We featured them in little mini short films that are just beautiful and really meant to fight this narrative that the reason that we're all here is because we're greedy, we're hyper-financialized, we're dog eat dog. We're not. I can tell you from being in Collabland, we are not. I've seen so much change, and I've seen so much opportunity for people that have been traditionally cut out of wealth building, cut out of opportunities, being able to change their lives through crypto. And so definitely check out our movies, share them with people outside the space. Let's kind of try to change this narrative. What we're trying to do with blockchain and crypto is give opportunities to everybody in the world and give us an opportunity to work together to solve some of humanity's greatest problems. I imagine global warming being changed for the very first time, trying to get a real handle on that. Because now we have our own money. This is a maturation of the internet. This is a maturation of the global community. And let's just see what we can all do together. So, thank you. Oh, yeah. Are there any questions? I can have one question. Yes.
Hi. First of all, we are using Collabland for our gaming community, and it's an awesome product. And it wasn't only easy to set up from the developer side, it was also easy for our users to get access to the Discord channel. So fantastic stuff. I was wondering, from your perspective, looking at like the bearish market that you spoke about, how do you experience, are you experiencing anything being like engagement or activities being slower in the communities, or like a slower growth in terms of community? Because that's what we are kind of like dealing with right now. And I was wondering if like you have like a better overview on like all the communities.
Absolutely, yes, that's absolutely true. There's been a tremendous slowdown in the number of new communities that are starting, and also engagement within communities is slowing down. That's not a problem I feel like I need to solve myself. And that's part of the reason why we have the token and why we have the marketplace. Let's all work on it together. Like if you are a community admin or a project owner, join the Collabland Discord. We have groups set up where admins and even members can give their ideas for new apps that might be interesting for your community. And then we have developers there that could build those apps. And so this isn't just my problem. This isn't just Collabland's problem. This is all of our problems. Like my job is to tell you crypto communities are important. You know, I'm the child of American or Indian immigrants to America, and having a landing place, having a place that people can go where you have some connection, that's what allows people to thrive. And if we're trying to get people into crypto, we need to give them a place to land. And so communities are where we can do that. A global community is where we can do that. And so I would say yes, absolutely, there's slowdown. Part of the reason why we did our token allocation to the top 100 communities is so that they could use the collab tokens to incentivize and reward and activate engagement with their own members during this time. So yes, I feel responsible for that, but I also want to say if any of you are interested in that, like, think about crypto communities, think about what the immigrant experience is like, and how having a safe place to land is important. And so, yes, if you have ideas for that, you know, like part of it, we have a meme contest mini app that you can use. So it's like we have lots of different apps that are coming into the marketplace that are meant to help engagement and get us through this hard time, because it is a hard time. But there is also a way through it, but we all have to work on it together. Thank you.